So yesterday we started the topic of app services. So let's complete that one first. Then we will talk about traffic manager. So let me log in into the Azure portal. So far we have just discussed about the app service use case, and we have also discussed about how we can deploy the app service, what is the app service plan. So these things we have discussed so far. Now app service has been discussed, app service plans has been discussed, then the deployment part has been discussed, then some basic stuffs like how we can navigate to the features. So these things have been discussed. Now let's proceed further. So I will log in into the Azure portal and let's first deploy the app service, then understand further features. So let me enter the code. Mm, yeah. Okay. So let me first deploy one of the app service. So it's pretty simple as we discussed yesterday. I will go to the app service option, then click on create. I will create a new resource group here. Then we need to give one of the unique name here. So I will give App Store Race 01. Then I will turn it off. I want to use this URL. So this name is available. I will publish from the code. Runtime stack, you can choose anything. I will go with .NET 8 LTS. Then the operating system would be Windows. Region, I will go with UK South. Then we need to create one plan. So I will just change the name of this plan. I will give ASP-01. And here I will choose the free plan. So we have already discussed about these topics. What is standard, basic, shared, free, premium, and isolated. So let's choose the free for now. Click on next, next. Here I will keep it disabled. In the networking, it will be enabled for the access. Then next. I don't want to turn on the monitoring feature, so I will just keep it off. Then rest of the things are usual, so just review plus create. Okay. So just go to the app service and now you can see we have the app service available here. If you just click on this, so we discussed some of the options yesterday. So in the overview, you can find everything like what is the name of the app service, what is the publishing method, what is the runtime stack. So you can find all the details here. What plan you are using, what is the underlying operating system. So these things are available. Now, so right now, if I just click on the browse, it does not have any contain. It is without any content, so you cannot see any kind of application is running here. This is one of the default page that you can see. and it is saying that your web app is properly running, but it is waiting for your content. So you need to upload your code or you need to publish your application in order to use it. So even if you copy this default domain name as well, you can still access that there is nothing inside it. So if you enter it, there is nothing. Now let's see how do we publish our code. So in case if we have the code, what we can do, either we can go to the deployment center option under the deployment. So we can go here, and from here we can just select our source, where is our code available. So in most of the cases, company will be having their code in the GitHub or it will be there in the Azure repos. So these two platforms are very common for almost every company. If it is GitHub, select the GitHub, click on authorize, then it will ask you to log in with the user ID and the password of the GitHub, then sign in. So you can choose your code from there and it will upload it over here. So this is one of the process. So GitHub we will discuss in the future classes. Then there is one Azure repos. So using the Azure repos also, you can just select your project and your repository, then you can upload the code. In case you don't have the codes available in these deployment center location, then the second process will be you can scroll it down and there is one option. So if you scroll down, there is one option, App Services Editor. If you click on this, suppose you are not using any kind of repository, there is no GitHub in your company or there is no Azure repos in your company, you have the code with you as a developer. Suppose I am the developer, I have got this app services from the cloud admin team. So they have created this for us and this has been handed over to me. Now as a developer, what I will do, either I can go to this option, deployment center, and from here I can choose my repository where my code is available and I can upload it. That is the first step. Second step is I can just go to the app service editor option under the development tools. And from here as well, we can just open the editor and we can directly upload our code. So if we don't have any repository in the company, if we have the code available in our laptops or somewhere in the drive, somewhere in the storage, we can directly upload it here. Even we can directly do the coding on this particular platform as well. So we can just click on open editor and it will open one of the page. So there is a separate link you can see, waws-prod-in. So it is loading slow. Why? Because we are using the free plan. And it is also in the HTTPS. You can see it is secure. See. So this kind of page is going to get open. This is the console. And here you can see on the left side, there is one www root location. So remember when we use IIS server, so in the IIS also, we need to upload our code in C drive, initpub, www root. So same location is here as well, www root. So www root is the working directory of index.html or default.html file or any file. Like if you have PHP extension, you can upload it. If you have Python, if you have .NET, if you have HTML, so whatever language of code you are running, you can upload it here. So that's the www root directory, and same thing is there in IIS as well. So this is one of the ready-made IIS console that we have got as part of the platform as a service. So what you can do here, if you go inside the www root, if you click on this, there is one file, hosting start.html. So this is one of the HTML code. And what is this code all about? So this code is actually for this particular URL. You are able to access this page. So this complete page is written in this code itself. ये पूरा पेज इस वाले कोड पे बना हुआ है. ये जो पूरा पेज है, this complete page is written in this particular code. So you can see the details over here. You can find all the references and everything. If you will edit something from here, it will impact this particular environment. So just like you can see, there is one option, like there is some content, your web app is live, but we don't have any content. So it could take up to 5 minutes something, waiting for your content. So these things are available here. See, Your web app is live and waiting for your content, you see, but we don't have your content yet. So these things are available here. See, so if you modify something here, for example, we don't have your testing yet, so it is going to impact that particular environment. So it has been saved now. It will auto save. You don't have to save anything. It will auto save. And if you now enter it, see, we don't have your testing yet. So this is one of the code for this particular page. And this is the default page. So you can enter anything here. You can just change this complete page format as well. But generally, you don't have to make any changes in the default page. This will be there so that whenever someone deploys the app service first time, so the page would be readily available. So you don't have to make any changes here. You have to create a new file under triple W root. So you can just right click on the blank area, click on new file, and give any name, for example, default.html. So you have to give the name from the name which is mentioned here. Yesterday, if you remember, I have told you under the deployment center, there are some names. If you go, where is that? Let me check. Hmm, कहाँ चला गया था? Yeah, here you can see. So under the configuration option, under setting, there is one option. If you scroll down, so there is one default documents option. Under the default documents, whatever names are mentioned, you can only use that name over here. If you want to use your own name or any name, so you can add a new entry, then you would be able to save it. So default.html is already here. That is why we can just put it. Now you can enter your code here. So if you know the coding, you can code here as well. Otherwise, mm, the simple one that we always use, this is my first web app page, then close. It will auto save. And now what we can do, we can just go to this particular overview of the web app. And from here, we can just copy the URL. And let's try to access the one. So if you press enter, you are now able to access your page. So it is accessible. So this is my live application, you can say. It is not an application, but you can assume that this is one of the web application. It is running on this particular URL and it is in HTTPS format. So whomsoever has this URL, they would be able to access this particular page. This is a globally accessible URL. So anyone who have the URL, they can access this page. Now, for example, last time I have shown you one uh, duplicate page of the Facebook. So same thing you can do here as well. You can go to any page, you can just right click and you can just take the view page source. And if you copy this and under default.html, if you remove this one and paste that code, now if you just refresh the URL, so you can see it is a fake page. It's not a real one. And you can see the URL over here. So if you know the coding, you can just create the pages. See, it looks similar. The real facebook.com and this fake page, the phishing page looks similar, but from the URL you can understand. And if you will click somewhere, so it is going to give you some, see, it is going to redirect you to the facebook.com page as well. So you have to connect it with your own databases in case you want to track the password of someone. Like from the backend, you can connect it with the SQL. Then if someone will enter the user ID and password and then click on login, so that user ID and password will be coming to your database. Then you would be able to hack that. So these are some possibility which is called phishing attack. In the hacking, we call it phishing. So let's remove this code because this is not a good practice. So let's go with our old one. And now let's try to browse the page. So it is accessible. So this is the first thing that you can do. You can upload the code directly from here, and then the page would be accessible. The web application code also you can upload here. The application would be accessible over the browser. Now let's talk about some more options, some more features. So let's go to the overview. Here you can see right now we are using the free plan. So the plan is very much free. If you want to see which plan you are using, you can go to the overview, and in the app service plan, you can see there is one ASP-01. So if you click on this, you can see we are in the app service plan area right now, and the name of the plan is ASP-01. You can change the plan anytime. Anytime if you need some more configuration, you can just go and change the plan. So here what I can do, if I want to change the plan, I can just click on change, then I can do it. So I can simply click on change plan, and resource group, you can always change. App service plan name also, if you want, you can always change. See, the plan name change is also possible. So that is also doable. And in case, suppose I want to change the pricing option, pricing plan, which is, so right now we are using F1. F1 means free plan. So if you want to change it, you have to scale up. So you can click on scale up, then it will redirect you to another page. And from here, you can just change the plan. See, so these are the options right now. Free F1 is selected. It has the limitation. You can see 60 minutes in a day. CPUs are not included as per your choice. 1 GB RAM you will get, 1 GB of storage you will get. There is no scaling. It is free of cost. There is no charges. See, so right now we are using free. If you want to get the more details regarding the plans option, you can click on feature view. Once you click on feature view, so you can see under the free option, custom domain addition is also not possible. If you want to use your own domain, for example, here you want to use your own domain like appstore01.wipro.com. So that option is not available under free plan. See, auto scaling you cannot set up. Backups are not possible in the free plan. Staging slots I will discuss after some time. So staging slots are also not possible. Redundancy is not there, but cost is free. So you can compare the list here. You can see a lot of options. So free, shared, basic. Even under the shared also, no option has been provided. Only the pricing factor is there, but custom domains and these things are not possible. Starting from the basic, you will get the custom domain facility. Then auto scaling, you have to do it manually. Means if you want to increase the configuration, you can do it manually, but automatic rule setting option is not possible if you go with the basic. Just like we did in the VMSS practical, we had set up the auto scaling rule. So automatically, as per the load, it was creating the copies. But if you are using the basic plan in the app service, you have to manually increase the configuration. There is no automatic rule support. Backups are also not possible. Slots are also not possible. Redundancy is also not there. So in the free, in the shared, in the basic, most of the options are not available, especially regarding the backups, auto scaling, and redundancy. These options are not there. But if you go to, let's say, the production, so from the production, there are premium category. So we use the premium categories for the production scenario, and we use this category for the development and test scenario, the free, shared, and these things. Free plan no one uses in the company. So they generally use the basic plan and the standard plan for the testing. And premium, they use it for the real production. So premium is costly, and the premium has some series, premium V3, P0 V3, P1 V3, etc. And here you can see all the facilities are there. Custom domains additions are possible. You can set the rule for the VMSS. Then 50 backups you can take on daily basis, means 50 times you can take the backup on daily basis for this app service. 50 बार बैकअप ले सकते हो एक दिन में. 20 staging slots are supported, and these are the pricing. So it is costly. If you scroll down under the standard also, you can see all the options are available, backups and everything, zone redundancy. In some of the standard category, the zone redundancy is not supported, like in S1, S2, S3. So zone redundancy is not supported, but in rest of the options it is supported. Here you can see it is showing as legacy. Legacy basically means the old one, which is very old, and people are generally not using it nowadays. If someone is using it, they can choose it. Otherwise, if something is legacy, it means it is very, very old. So people generally don't give the preference to these legacy ones. So some options have become legacy from the premium category also. प्रीमियम की भी कुछ चीजें लेगेसी हो चुकी है, मतलब बहुत पुरानी. तो यहाँ से भी देख सकते हो, the premium P1, P2, P3, these things have become legacy. Premium version B2, V2, P2, B2, V2, P3, V2. So these have become old one. And in the premium category, the version has been started from premium V3. तो अभी यहाँ पे V3 वाले latest चल रहे हैं, and these have become obsolete. ये सब पुराने हो गए हैं. So if someone is using it or if they want to use it, they can. This option has not removed. You can use it, but they are very old. So we never know when the Microsoft is going to remove them. Microsoft इसको कब हटा देगा कुछ नहीं पता. It can be removed anytime because these are legacy. For now it is free. If you want to upgrade it, you can always do it. Do that. So from free, if I want to go to, let's say, the basic, I can just check and I can click on select. That's it. Then there is one option of upgrade. Just click on upgrade. These kind of request will be taken care by you itself. So see, the plan got updated. Now it is showing as free V1. And now if you go to the app service option, so under the overview, you can see this is my plan ASP-01 and we are using B1. B1 means basic one. And if you click on this, you would be able to see the details. See, it is a basic plan. And if you want to scale up, you can. Like still, if you want to scale up, scale down, you can just click. And from here, you can upgrade the plan. You can downgrade the plan anytime. For example, if I want to downgrade from basic B1 to free F1 again, so I can just choose it. I can click on select, then downgrade option is there. See, if you are upgrading, you will get upgrade option. If you are downgrading, you will get downgrade option. So downgrade. The plan has been downgraded now. So we are using free. And if you further go to the app service, so under the overview, you can see we are using the free one. If you click on this, it is still using the free. See. So scale up, scale down, we can do from the overview section. Even the second method to do the scaling is, instead of coming here on the left side of app service, if you scroll down, there will be option. See, scale up. So under the settings, there is one option, scale up. If you click on this, so from here also you can change the plan. Anytime if you want to scale up, you can do that. So you can always upgrade, you can always downgrade from here as well. Now there is one second option which is called scale out. So under the setting, there is one scale out app service plan option. If you click on this, from here you can set up the scaling. This is the option to change the plan, to upgrade or to downgrade the plan. But this is the option to set up the scaling. If you want to set the auto scaling, if you want to set the manual scaling, so you can do it from here. So scaling यहाँ से set होती है. So if you go to the scale out option, current plan is free F1, and from here also you can change it. If you can click here, it will redirect you to the scale up page again. So यहाँ से भी plan change कर सकते हो. Let me go again. So again, let's go to the scale out option. So plan can be changed from three location. You can change it from overview, you can change it from settings, you can change it from the scale out option as well. Now, with this plan, it is free. We have got 1 GB of RAM. Scaling is not possible, and there is no current instance. Current instance means we are running nothing. There is no slots. And you can see the options to upgrades are not highlighted. We cannot set any kind of scaling because this is free. Under the free plan, we can't do anything. So if I want to use this scaling features, just like in the real production scenario, there will be premium categories. So they will be using it for the production. So these options will be highlighted. Let me show you. If I upgrade any plan, for example, if I upgrade to the premium, so I will start getting those options. If I go to the feature first, let me show you. The scaling feature is not available with free and standard, free and shared. It is only available starting from the basic. So in the basic, I will get the manual scaling feature. So let's upgrade to the basic first. If you click on basic, then select upgrade. So now the plan has been changed to the basic option. Now if you go to the scale out, so here you can see we are using the basic B1 and there will be price per hour. So per hour we have to pay 7 rupees, and per month this will be the price if you will use it for 24 into 30 days. This is the RAM that we have got, and we can maximum scale up to 3 instances. Means we can create 3 copies maximum with this plan. This is a limit. With the basic, you can create up to 3 copies of this particular app service instance. मतलब इस platform की 3 कॉपी बना सकते हो. Right now we are running only one, and you can see if I scroll down, so scale out method is manual only. Only manual scaling is possible. If you have to increase something, you have to do it manually. Automatic options are not highlighted because this is a basic plan. I have shown you the limit. And if in case if I upgrade it manually, let's suppose if I change the plan to 2, so just regulate this one, क्योंकि typing करना possible नहीं है इसमें से, typing is not allowed. So if I just drag it, let me check my mouse. So if you want to create 2 instances, so just drag it to 2, click on save. So this is the manual thing that you have to do. If you feel there is a load, just come and manually scale it. So during the testing environment, during the development environment, we generally use the basic plan. And if we feel our application is hanging, there is a latency in the website or web app, we can just come here, we can increase the plan method accordingly. So now if you scroll up, you can see currently 2 instances are running. Maximum we can go up to 3. 2 are currently running. And if you further extend it to the last one, so you can only extend it to 3. So 3 तक ही जा सकते हो आप. That is the limit. That is with the basic. Now if I change the plan again, let's go to the premium now to understand some auto scaling options as well. So I will just upgrade to the premium because under the premium we will get everything. We can set up the rules also. Backup options are also there. So premium में सब कुछ मिलेगा. So if I go to the premium, you can go to any category in the premium. Suppose if I go to this one where I get rules and elastic, if I click on select upgrade, and now if I go to the scale out option, so it has been changed to the premium. So it is premium V3, P1 V3 is the version. Per hour we have to pay 27 rupees. तो बहुत ज़्यादा महंगा तो नहीं है, बट अगर पूरा 30 दिन चला के रखोगे for the complete day, then there will be bill of this much. So for per hour it is 27 rupees. 8 GB of RAM we will get, and we can scale up to 30 instances. And right now we are running 2, क्योंकि हमने पिछले में 2 कर दिए थे ना अभी. Through the basic option we have upgraded it to 2. So that is why it is maintaining the 2 copies of the app services now. So here you can see all the options have come. If you want to manually increase or decrease something, you can do that. I want to decrease it to 1 again, so save. Now it will become 1. See, it has become one. If you want to set the automatic option, so just go to the automatic option. From here, you can define the metrics, just like we did in the VMSS practical. You can just click on the metrics option and you can set the metric कि इतना count इससे ऊपर हुआ, then automatically it is going to scale out. Or you can just set the rules. So rule option is also there. See, rule based scaling will be ignored if auto scaling is enabled. It means ये बोल रहा है कि अगर आपने automatic option लगा दिया तो rule वाला काम नहीं करेगा. So this is a notification only. If you click on configure, so now you can set up the auto scaling. See, वही option आ गया. You can set the rules from here. Scale out based on the metric, scale out on a specific count. So वही सब जैसे same था. Minimum इतना चाहिए, maximum इतना चाहिए. So you can define the condition from here. So same thing, same option you can see. So you can define it basis on the load. It is same like VMSS. पूरा वही same practical है. बस यहाँ से setup करना है, then it will work. So manual option is there, custom option is there, custom auto scaling जिसमें rule लगा सकते हो आप based on metric or something. So this is only available with the premium category. So remember that you cannot do this with the free one. So ये options सब देख लेना. You will be getting the tickets in the company to upgrade, to downgrade something. In case you have given the permission to the developer, then they can make the changes. So there is a role which is called contributor. This I will discuss it during the Azure AD practical. There is a contributor role and there is a UAC role, user access administrator. So generally, if you want to give the permission to the developer or someone, let's say this is a developer, developer number one, and if you want to give the permission to this developer to manage this app service, they don't need to come to you all the time. If they know how to upgrade the plan, how to downgrade something, how to change something, so they should be capable to do it with their own. They don't have to raise the ticket to you. If your company has this kind of policy, then you will give the contributor role access to this particular developer. Through the contributor role, the developer would be able to manage the entire app service. He can change the rules and everything. If you want to give high privilege role, let's say you want to give the owner role, that this particular administrator can delete this app services as well if it is required. So you can give the UAC role, user access administrator. So these roles we will discuss in the future. For now, you can just go to the IAM and from here we can just give the contributor role access. But there will be a detailed session regarding this. So from here you can just go to privilege admin. You can choose the contributor or RBAC. Then you can choose the user account, किसको permission देनी है, and accordingly the permission will be granted. So this we will discuss in the future. For now, let's again go to the app service. So let's again go to our scale out option. So under the premium category, we get all the option and we know what is the difference between all these. Now let's talk further. So scale up, scale out will be your responsibility if there is no policy of contributor in your company. If there is a specific policy कि हमें मैनेज नहीं करना ये सब, then you will give the permission to the developer. They will do with their own. क्योंकि बहुत सारी कंपनी में क्या होता है, डेवलपर जस्ट रेज द टिकट फॉर द ऐप सर्विसेज, वो सीधा टिकट रेज करेगा एंड देयर हेड इज गोइंग टू अप्रूव इट, that our development team will make the changes. Whatever testing they have to do, whatever upgrade, downgrade they have to do, so they will do with their own. They will not raise a ticket to you until and unless there is some technical issue. But in some companies, this task has to be handled by the cloud admin. So if any upgrade, downgrade, or anything has to be done, it will be done by the cloud admin. In that case, developer will raise a ticket to you. So whatever option is there, you should know how to make the changes. Now let's talk about further option. So in case if I go to the free plan again, I'm switching back to the free plan, downgrade. So the plan has been changed. Now let's talk about some more options. So these are not for us. Log stream we will discuss later on. ये भी देखेंगे हम. So there is one option, resource visualizer. This is something which will give you the background, how the things are connected. If you go to the resource visualizer, so it will show you like how the things are connected, how the things are working actually. So if you zoom, see, wait. So if you zoom it, yeah, yeah. So you can see there are two resources mainly. One is App Service, App Store 01, and another one is App Service Plan. So App Service Plan is basically one of the hardware at the Microsoft data center, as I discussed yesterday. On top of this hardware, the App Service is running. So App Service is like a platform. This is like IIS. जैसे हम IIS install करते हैं ना, this is like your IIS where you can run your code, your applications. And App Service Plan is like your VM hardware where the operating system is running. So on this particular hardware, you can run multiple app services. On the same app service plan, you can run multiple app services. This is the background. This is the picturesque view, how the things are connected together. Even if you go to the resource group as well, under the resource group, you will see there are two separate resources. One is app service, another one is app service plan. So app service plan is a hardware. On top of that, app service is currently running. If suppose if I create a new app service right now, just create a new one, choose the same resource group, and here I will give the name, for example, Pop Star Mojo Jojo. Suppose if I give this name, Pop Star Mojo Jojo, so it is available. I will choose code. Runtime stack, you can choose anything. For example, if I choose .NET 8, operating system, I will choose Windows, and location, I will choose, for example, UK South. So if you want to create a new plan, you can. If you want to use the existing hardware plan, you can still use it. Just like you can see, my ASP01 free plan is coming here. So if you want to develop the application, if you want to develop the AS app service, if you want to create a app service, a new app service on top of the same hardware, on top of the same app service plan, that is doable. You can do that. It is possible. If you want to create a new, that is also possible because it is a shared infrastructure. So it is possible. If let me show you. So I will disable the monitoring, create. So it is created. And now if you go to the app service, so we have two app service running and both are using the same app service plan. So on the same hardware, you can run multiple app services. That is doable. That is possible. And if you go to the resource group also, you will see two app services here and one app service plan only. Now the scenario is, let me show you one more trick. So let me delete this app service. It is not required for me. I will delete this pop star. So you need to type delete. So this is done. Now the deletion is completed. If I will create a new app service again, see, I will choose the same resource group and I will give another name, Mega Pop Star Mojo Jojo, because we have to use the unique name. That is why I am using these kind of names. So don't take it seriously. Mojo Jojo is one of the character that used to be in the cartoons when I was a child. So ऐसे use कर लिया. Now in the runtime stack, see, in my last plan, just notice here, in my last plan, what is my runtime stack? It is .NET. See, so if I go to my app service, the current runtime stack is .NET. See, it is using .NET language. Here I want to use a different runtime stack. For example, I will use Java. I will use Java. Under the Java, I can choose any of the flavor. Let's say I'm using this Java SE embedded web server, and I go to the Windows. Let's go to the Windows operating system, and let's choose the same region, UK South. Now, if I scroll down, I am able to choose my plan. See, I am able to choose my plan, and if I create this, I would be able to create this as well. Disable, create. Let's wait and understand if we are able to create this or not. So this is done now. Now, if you go to the app service, so you can notice the two app services are running on the same plan, but their runtime stacks are different. If I go to the new one, here it is on the Java. So it is running on the Java runtime stack, and the old one is running on the .NET. It means that is possible. You can have the same hardware, you can have the same app service plan, and you can run multiple app services with different runtime stacks. That is possible. But let me show you one more thing. Let me delete this. Type the app name. It is so it is in the process of deletion. Now let me try to create one more app service, and I will use the same app service plan. So let's click on create web app, choose the same resource group, give the name Mojo Jojo 1 to 10. Any name, even you can give the same name as well because that is not in use. तो दे सकते हो. Now this time I will choose the runtime stack as suppose PHP. In the PHP, we don't have the choice to go with the Windows. We have to stick with the Linux only. So if we will choose Linux, and if I choose the UK South as the same region, scroll down, you cannot choose your app service plan now. That is not doable. Why? Why you cannot choose your app service plan even though you are in the same resource group, you are in the same region? It's not because of PHP, it is because of the underlying operating system choice. PHP does not support Windows, and my current app service plan is dedicated to the window. जो मेरा app service plan बना हुआ है ये वाला, it is on the Windows actually. It means my hardware, the background hardware of the Microsoft, it has operating system of Microsoft window. So if it already has the window, you can run any runtime stack here which supports the window, like .NET can be run, Java can be run, but you cannot run that runtime stack which supports the Linux, because in the base the operating system is window. So you cannot run those runtime stacks which supports the Linux platform. That is why you cannot share the same app service plan. So under the PHP, if you choose the Linux OS, you have to create a new app service plan for that. You can't choose the old one because that is based on window. But similarly, if I will choose any runtime stack which supports the Windows, for example, if I will choose Node, so under the Node, this Linux is supported. But if I will go to, let's say, this one, in the Node 18 LTS, the window is also supported and Linux is also supported. So here, if I will choose the window, I would be able to choose the same app service plan now. See, I can choose it. I can create a new or I can choose the existing one, ASP01. So this is the difference that I wanted to show you. It's not about the language. You can run multiple languages stack on the same app service plan, but yes, it is dependent on the underlying operating system. If that runtime stack is based, let's say your current runtime stack is based on Linux, and next runtime stack you want to run it on the window, so it will not be compatible with the same app service plan. Then you have to create a new. This is one of the scenario that you need to remember. These kind of questions will be asked during your interviews, no direct questions. So again, let's go to the app service. So these features we have discussed. Now let's talk about more options. So currently we have the free plan. Let's see, it is free. So it is a free plan now. Let's understand more options. So what I will do, there is one option. Let me see which one I need to tell you. So configuration I discussed yesterday itself. You can always change the runtime stack of the platform, but you can't change the operating system. If it is selected Windows, you cannot make it to the Linux, but you can always change the runtime stack. That is doable. But suppose if I try to change it to PHP, PHP only supports what? PHP only supports Linux. So if I choose the PHP runtime stack and if I try to save it, continue, let's see what will happen, whether it will work or not. Let's see. See, it has been updated. How? So from inside it is possible. From inside, if you want to change any kind of runtime stack, let's say if I go to the Python, it is possible. See, from inside it is possible, but you cannot create a new app service plan on the particular operating system. If it is already running on the window, you cannot create a new app service plan which will support the Linux platform. But if you have changed the runtime stack now, it is Python. So let's see what will happen. If I have changed it to the Python, and now if I will try to create the web app, let's see if I would be able to create it on the Linux or not. So I will choose Mojo Jojo MKL. Now I will choose the runtime stack as Python. It will support Linux. Then go to the UK South. See, still I cannot choose my app service plan which is associated. Why? Because you have changed the runtime stack. That is fine. I told you that all the languages can run on Windows as well, but there are some plugins that we need to install. So it has not changed any underlying operating system. It has just changed my slot, and you can see now it is still running on the .NET. So after some movement, it is going to change it as well. See, app settings got updated. You can run the Python configurations here now, but the basic platform is on the Windows .NET still. So base वही रहेगा उसका. But meanwhile, if you want to test something in the Python, you can always change the stack. So आप Python की applications भी इसके ऊपर चला सकते हो आप. That is the meaning of this. So let's move it to the .NET again. It was .NET 8 LTS. Now save. So these all things are doable if you are using the app services. So inside the configuration tweaks, you can modify something. Now let me show you logging option, how the logging happens. See, so there is one website running on my app service platform, this one. This is running here, and this is the code. Now let me do one thing. Let's go to the app service, and there is one option, log stream. So if you go to the log stream option, this kind of page will come. Log stream will help you to check the live logs of your running application or your web app services. अगर आपको live logs check करने हैं, so you can check it from here. Like who is connected, from which location they are connected, from which IP they are connected, from which browser they are connected. So you can see all the logs from here. So this will help you to fetch the live logs. How can you check it? Just go to the log stream, and under the log stream, if you go to the web server logs, because we are running the web app services right now. These are the web app services. So if you go to the web server logs, here on this console, the logs will appear. But right now you can see it is off. It is switched off. And you need to turn it on using the app service log settings. So by default, the logs will be turned off. It will be in the disabled state. If you want to check the logs, you have to enable it first. Where you have to enable it? So you will have to go to the settings to enable it. So just go to the settings option, and there will be one option of log settings. So where is that option? एक तो ये चेंज इतना कर देते हैं ना, इवन आई ऑल्सो हैव टू फिगर आउट समथिंग, वेयर इज द ऑप्शन अवेलेबल. लेट मी फिगर आउट. या इधर होगा. नहीं, इसमें नहीं. मतलब लास्ट टाइम व्हेन आई यूज्ड इट, इट वाज इन अ डिफरेंट जोन. नाउ इट हैज बीन चेंज्ड. तो जा जाके ढूंढो. नॉट हियर. या हियर इट इज. So under the monitoring, it should be there in the app services logs. See, so now it is in the monitoring app services logs. और वहाँ पे नोटिफिकेशन कुछ और चीज की दिखा रहा है in the error description. So it has been changed now. It is under the monitoring app service logs. From here, what you need to do, you have to enable the web server login. So you have to enable it to the file system. There is one storage. It is the meaning of this is where you want to save your logs. Where do you want to keep it? So if you want to keep it in the Azure storage account, you have to create a new storage account that we will discuss in the future topics, how to create the one. If you want to keep it in the file system means it will be like a folder, the basic folder. So you can choose it. Under the file system, you have to define the quota, how much it will be the size of your logs. So you can define it. By default, it is for 35 MB, and you can go up to 100 MB of size. मतलब 100 MB तक का लॉग्स आप फाइल सिस्टम में रख सकते हो. बट इफ यू हैव मोर देन 100 MB ऑफ लॉग्स, तो यू हैव टू क्रिएट वन स्टोरेज अकाउंट इन दैट केस. तो आपको स्टोरेज बनाना पड़ेगा. फॉर नाउ आई डोंट हैव मच लॉग्स, सो आई कैन गो विथ 35 MB ऑफ फाइल सिस्टम. देन यू हैव टू डिफाइन ए रिटेंशन पीरियड फॉर हाउ लॉन्ग द लॉग्स हैव टू बी रिटेन्ड. मतलब कितने टाइम के लिए लॉग्स आपको रखने हैं. Let's suppose if you will give 7 days, so after 7 days, whatever logs have been accumulated, that will get deleted automatically. जो लॉग्स इकट्ठा हुए हैं 7 दिनों में, वो सब अपने आप डिलीट हो जाएंगे. सो यू हैव टू डिफाइन द रिटेंशन पीरियड, एंड यू हैव टू डिफाइन द कोटा accordingly. Then you can just save. So enable the log and save. Now it has been changed. Now if I will go to the app stream option, so I will start getting the logs. So go to the log stream, go to the web server settings, and now it will fetch the log within few times. So you can see it has been connected now. So let's wait for some time to fetch the logs. लेट मी रिफ्रेश दिस यूआरएल फर्स्ट, क्योंकि हम पहले रिक्वेस्ट क्रिएट करते हैं तभी तो लॉग्स आएगी. सो लेट मी रिफ्रेश दिस. नाउ आई हैव एक्सेस दिस पेज वंस. So see, it is welcoming us to the log stream service, and within few minutes or few seconds, I will have my logs. Let's wait. So now you can see it has fetched something, and here you can see if you just go through with this logs, इसको जब पढ़ोगे आप, so you will be able to see the IP address. One IP is there, and there is one code 10.0.1.2.8.6, and there is one IPC. So this is one of the person's IP who might be trying to connect with the backend. मतलब ये backend के जो servers है Microsoft के, ये उनके addresses है, and this is one of the public IP using which I am accessing this particular URL. So if you check my public IP, let me check what is my public IP. Uh, if I go to what is my IP address.com, so this is my public IP 106.219.163 and 38, and the same IP you can see here. See, so one connection is there with my laptop with my public IP. एक connection मैंने बना रखा है इसके साथ. See, so you can see my detail. It is on the Windows platform. See, and